Today is that of Wednesday, the 18th day of July 2018. I almost said Tuesday, but it's not. It's that of Wednesday. And this is the Money Charts channel and the Crypto Day Morning. Welcome. Like always, all your trades, your bets, your positions, well, that's your own risk, own reward. For me, risk reward portfolio management is always job number one. CoinMarketCap.com, $300 trillion is what I see the market cap at. It's been higher before. Billion, by the way. Billion. You know what? It's just a matter of time, I think, before I can say about 300 trillion. But when you get all these commas and these numbers, that's just what it is. Okay. Bitcoin up 10.5%. Everything is up, basically. There's really not too many laggards. USDT, 0.5%, negative 0.5% down, whatever. Stellar Lumen up 25%. Fantastic. We'll take a look at that one as well. But practically everything in the green. The basic attention, not so much so. And we can see with the Bitcoin prices, clear break of the inverted head and shoulders pattern, roughly near 6,800 change. Well, it's 7,450 at this current time frame. And I've heard about ETFs coming. Thank you, Chris Daniels, one of my favorite commenters. One of about 4, 5, 6. I think most of you would know who you are. But thank you, Chris, for all of the mentions upon such. Now, if I do a search on Bitcoin ETF, this is what I'm getting. Public overwhelmingly in favor of Bitcoin ETFs on SEC website, which is the Securities Exchange Commission, which is flooded with positive Bitcoin ETF comments. And as I look at the price action and think about ETFs, are they going to be actually backed by the real deal? Because if they are, well, it's not a surprise to see monstrous moves to the upside, given that you need to buy to have them in the exchange. How would the ETFs work? Could you take possession of the Bitcoins? I would actually kind of be surprised if you could, but maybe you can. That would be another interesting thing. And if they get more ETFs, what's that going to mean for coins like Ethereum, Litecoin, and all the others? Because it's a lot harder to buy big with that and hardly move those markets, as Bitcoin generally has a lower volatility. But when this thing got going yesterday, Bitcoin was up 10% and everything else was up like 2, 3, 4, showing that the buying pressure was immaculate towards that of Bitcoin in itself. We look at this on a shorter term time frame, single hour. And I heard something about 4 days amongst the webbot. This was on the JSnip4 channel. And before we go back to the 1 hour, just quickly go to the daily time frame. Nice green day here on July 16th. Yesterday, nice green day, a bit bigger. I think if today's going to be day 3, we should test the 8100 variable, probably pierce above it, maybe close to 82, into the 82s. And then maybe day 4 has a move to previous high at 9800. Those are all possible events. Well, it's possible to see 10,000 in the next 3 days at a much higher rate than it would have been for any other 33% up move. And I say 33% because that's what it would take. So the chances of having that type of move, given the market dynamics over the last 3 days compared to, say, on like June 26th or June 15th, not too good. Or not, definitely nowhere near as good within, of course, such. So within the single hour, day number 1, market goes up, corrects through time. Markets can correct one of 2 ways, either that through price, up or down in the opposite direction, or through time. And this is a case where we can see that the 18 caught up with the price action through such. It left the 18 average band yesterday. And at least within the single hour time frame at 4 a.m., it came back down to that point and has spent the last few periods trading within it. But Is it ready to leave for another gain? It wouldn't surprise me if today we have another explosive move. I like how it has been holding up so far. If we shorten it up amongst the 15, then what we can see in here is just how spectacular that it is held up. It really hasn't done any price correction at all. It's all been mainly correcting through that of time. So definitely a lot of positive outlooks as it now tests the resistance area from around 2 in the morning and very, very short term. If you can see this pull back to about 7,410 or so, right to within this 18, or make a higher low to this area of congestion from 6:45, 6 o'clock a.m. time frame, and then left higher. Wow. But even if it doesn't even do that and just starts going up, this thing has potential at any given time to have big moves, but that's probably what it's going to be, is a decent large size move, sort of like how we've seen before with these larger green candles, and then it settles down a little bit. Next, let's take a look at Stellar. Unfortunately, one of my programs for TradingView crashed, so I had to go to a new scene because the font sizes are going to look a little bit different. As I now take a look at this on a different browser, which is the XLM against US dollar, now up to 29 cents, up 27%. And this baby has been going since 1 o'clock yesterday, but hasn't stopped because it started off Bitcoin up 10%, everything else up 2, 3, 4. So all the other ones catching up. Well, most certainly this one joins the frame. We take a look at this on a daily term time frame. Oh, wow. That is a tremendous move. Multiple green candle days. Now this is against Binance. I can go and take a look at this, say against it was calculated by TradingView on the Bittrex. And then this will give me more insight to the information. So this 20-cent number that I have written or drawn in with a horizontal ray has obviously been a magnificent support level because, well, it stopped going down there. It had a good pierce below. Thus, if you're looking to buy there, I always would think on the Pierce Extra, buy below the lines, and even for that matter sell above the lines, as it usually Pierce Extra. So therefore, double bottom formation has already had a monstrous breakout. But when these things go, we've seen it with all of the other cryptos, they just go. And therefore, is this stop going up? Maybe, but the buyers are in control. Any type of red thick candle down days coming up within something like this. Well, there was one in here, something like this. I'm going to be looking for correction within the 18 average. For I can see this thing fall like 5 cents or 20%, and I realize that this would still be in a very, very, very bullish stage overall. So definitely productiveness on the Stellar chart. We take a look at just more data. It's been having a correction going sideways. So you've got situation of the big move to the January top, the correctionary low at the 20 number, the lower high, the matching low. So now it's in a situation of getting to this high. If it's unable to get to 45 cents and it tops now, tops in the 30s kind of deal, well then at this stage here, it's going to be very important to really hold and stay above this level and probably not even test it for a third time, although Bitcoin had 3 tests of 6,000. But you don't want to test those key areas more often because that means it's more likely to be taken out. And that's why I'm going to be thinking 45 cents would be a very, very interesting level within such. It would be a spot where it'd be both bullish and bearish for it to sell off. But if it doesn't sell off, if there's a move up towards here, just like we've seen last November, where we go from 1.5 cents, and really even from September for that matter, going from a penny up to $1. Just think about that for a second. 1 unit to 100 units, 100x gain. The whole point of me saying this is when these things fly, they fly. When you're at an area where you're supposed to get resistance and you don't, then don't be surprised if not only this thing could break the resistance and get back up to the dollar handle, but who knows how many several dollars it could therefore then after get up towards. And it's obviously not a surprise if there's going to be continuation of this bull move that the intended target would be for an additional 50% move. We'll see how this thing goes, but the wild volatility is most certainly back. And let's finish this off within NXT. For Bitcoin, had an inverted head and shoulders pattern that broke the neckline. Stellar Lumen's just been up every single day for the last little while. NXT has managed to get above and beyond the neckline of what would be a possible inverted head and shoulders pattern. For we would make the left shoulder the possible head, and that means if it can have a successful correction back to this level, then maybe it would create another inverted handles pattern. But it's at the big resistance area. I'm not going to say it's nonsense, but this is why I like to say something like that. I look at it as a major test of a key area. Give it some kudos. Give it a thumbs up for even making it to a matching high after a lower low. The fact that it didn't resist and pull back at the 18 average, that's something that you don't do in bear markets. So thus they're doing what you would normally expect to see recovery signs. So we either get a pullback from here, and I'll be looking for signs on the inverted head and shoulders pattern, or we don't. Maybe you could correct this through psi or through time, or even find support at this level. But if we don't find resistance here where we're supposed to, and we know when these markets go, we've seen it with just the stellar, and then in here, they just go, of course. So if we don't get resistance here where we're supposed to, then a fast move that would go up to like 13, 14, up to 15 cents, that's a 30, 40, 50% move, would not surprise me. Because that's what these markets do. When you are in an area where you're supposed to stop going up and you don't, the volatility for the up movements magically, or not so magically, increase at higher rates of ascent. Thank you for tuning in to today's video, and have yourself a magnificent day. Bye-bye.